Welcome to the Gym Success Podcast. A special welcome to all of our listeners. Gym owners, gym operators, managers, salespeople, gym entrepreneurs, and personal trainers. I'm Bonnie.
And I'm George.
And we'll be taking you through a truly insightful white paper today by jthomas. It's called What's Your Gym's USP? How to Build a Message That Actually Sells.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Our goal for this deep dive is, well, to give you actionable insights, stuff you can implement, right away in your gym business, hopefully help you carve out a really unique space in what's definitely a crowded market.
That's right. And jthomas, he really doesn't waste any time getting to the heart of it. He kicks things off talking about the saturated fitness landscape. It's just packed out there.
It really is. And what hit me straight away, and I think a lot of gym owners probably feel, this is how he says the old stuff, good equipment, friendly staff, clean place. It's just not enough anymore. He calls them table stakes. That's such a good way to put it.
It really is. It's just the minimum expectation now, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. What everyone just assumes you'll have.
And if you're, say, an independent gym or maybe a boutique studio, you don't have that big brand name to lean on. So this idea, it's even more critical.
Right.
If you're just offering what every other place offers, you're not just blending in, you're kind of invisible, lost in the crowd. You need something.
Yeah.
Something more.
Okay, so if the basics are just table stakes, what's the thing that actually makes a difference? That's where this unique selling proposition comes in, the USP.
Right.
Jthomas defines it as the one thing that makes your gym different and better in a way that is meaningful to your target customer. When you hear that, what's the core purpose that jumps out at you?
For me, it's that it answers that huge question every single prospect has. Even if they don't say it out loud, why should I pick your gym out of all the choices I have?
Yeah.
It's not just about being different. It's being different in a way that matters to a specific type of person.
And this seems to be where so many gyms kind of stumble, right? Thomas points out these generic things we often hear, like, we care about our members.
Or we're locally owned.
Yeah, or we have the best equipment. He's pretty direct. These aren't USPs.
No, not at all. They're just expectations. I mean, as a customer, I expect you to care. I expect a local place to be local. I expect decent equipment.
Right.
They're not reasons to choose you. They're just reasons maybe not to walk away immediately. The real key, Thomas says, is that the proper USP has to be four things: specific, relevant, differentiated, and benefit-driven.
Specific, relevant, differentiated, benefit-driven.
Okay, if it doesn't tick all those boxes, you're probably just adding to the noise, not cutting through it.
That's a really clear distinction. Okay, so knowing what it is, that's one thing. But Thomas then gives us this practical, step-by-step guide. 5 steps to actually build a USP that sells.
Yeah, and step one, honestly, I think this is the absolute foundation. Know your ideal member.
Okay.
Thomas is really clear. If your USP is going to land, it has to speak right to the pain points, the goals, the desires of that perfect customer for you. Trying to talk to everyone, you end up talking to no one.
That's the classic mistake, casting the net too wide. He gives some great prompt questions, too, like, who do you genuinely serve best? What are their biggest fitness frustrations? Or their goals?
Yeah, and why did they leave other gyms? What didn't work for them?
And crucially, what are they actually willing to pay for? He even has this pro tip, which sounds amazing. Interview your top 10 members.
Oh, that's gold.
Ask them why they joined your gym, why they're still there, and what other options they considered. How critical is getting that direct feedback?
Oh, it's everything. You think you know why people stay, but hearing their actual words, their real reasons, the frustrations they had elsewhere, that's where you find the authentic language for your USP. You just can't guess that stuff.
Makes sense.
Which leads perfectly into step 2. Identify what you do better than anyone else. And this doesn't mean you need to, reinvent fitness.
Right.
Thomas says it just needs to be true, specific, and meaningful.
Okay, this is where it gets practical. The examples he gives really show the difference. Things like being the only gym in town offering small group strength training for women over 40. That's specific.
Very specific. Or how about fastest results in the city for busy professionals? And they back it up. 30-minute sessions, guaranteed progress.
See, that guaranteed progress adds teeth. Or maybe you're known for exceptional accountability with weekly progress coaching calls. That's a clear differentiator.
It really is. Or even something really niche but needed, like trauma-informed personal training for individuals recovering from injury or emotional burnout.
Hmm.
The key here, like you said, is the specificity.
Yeah.
That focus lets you aim to become a category of one. The idea is to make your gym the only logical choice for that very specific person you serve.
So instead of being just another gym,
You become the gym for that particular need. You basically define your own little market space where you don't have tons of direct competition.
okay, that makes a lot of sense. Which takes us to step 3. Turn it into a compelling message. So you figured out who you serve and what makes you special for them. Now you got to say it right.
Exactly. And Thomas guides us to craft this powerful, emotional, benefit-driven sentence, something you can use everywhere in your marketing.
And he gives a formula, which is super helpful. We help who achieve what without pain point through unique method.
It looks simple, but it forces you to focus everything on the customer pander, their goal, their problem, and your unique solution. It's really effective.
The examples really bring it to life. Like, we help busy moms lose 20 pounds and keep it off without fad diets or endless cardio. You instantly know who that's for and what pain points it avoids.
Totally. Or the only strength training studio in town built for men over 50 who want to stay strong, mobile, and injury-free. Again, crystal clear.
And this one really resonates. Group fitness for women who've never felt at home in a gym until now. Wow. That hits an emotional chord, doesn't it? That feeling of belonging.
It absolutely does. And that one core message, Thomas says it becomes the anchor of your entire marketing strategy. It's not just a slogan, it's your promise. It shapes everything.
Okay, so you've got this powerful message. But then, Jim Thomas points out, quite rightly, anyone can claim something. Few can back it up, which is step 4. Prove it with social proof and systems. You need credibility.
Yeah, this is crucial. You got to show, not just tell. So testimonials, obviously, before and afters, but also specific stats.
Like what kind of stats?
Like the average weight loss, maybe your member retention length, if it's impressive. Getting member reviews that actually use the same kind of language as your USP is huge.
Oh, reinforcing the message.
Exactly. And video. If your USP is, say, accountability, show people what that looks like. Show the check-ins, the tracking. What happens if someone misses a class? Make it real.
That makes sense. Seeing is believing, right? Makes the promise tangible. Okay, and the final step, step 5. Promote your USP everywhere. Don't hide it.
No. He says it needs to be front and center in every communication channel. Consistently. Everywhere.
So like website homepage.
Yep. Email signatures, signs at the front desk, social media bios, print ads.
Even on the wall when you give tours.
Absolutely. And it should be part of how your team greets people. The goal is nobody interacts with your brand without getting what makes you special.
And here's a key part of that. Training your staff. They need to own the USP and speak it confidently. Consistency builds that trust and authority. If the team doesn't get it or believe it.
How can you expect prospects to?
Right.
It's got to be baked into the culture.
Totally. It's a team effort.
It really is. Now, building the USP is vital, but Thomas also points out some common mistakes, things to avoid. Knowing what not to do is just as important sometimes.
Okay, like what?
Well, the first one we kind of touched on, trying to appeal to everyone.
The we're for everyone trap.
Exactly. Thomas calls it a death sentence in marketing. What's the real damage of doing that, trying to be everything?
Well, your message gets watered down, right? It doesn't really connect strongly with anyone. Your marketing spend is inefficient. And you probably end up just competing on price because you haven't given people a stronger reason to choose you.
That's it. Niching down lets you focus, speak directly to specific needs, and become the go-to choice for that group.
Makes sense. Another mistake he flags is listing features instead of benefits. We talked about this a bit. It's easy to say we have 2,000 SKU of turf.
Right. But who cares about the turf itself? People care about what they can do on the turf. What goal does it help them reach?
So it's not the feature, it's the outcome. The space where you'll finally nail those agility drills or whatever it is.
Exactly. Always link it back to the member's aspiration or problem solved. Then there's the trap of copying competitors.
Oh, yeah. Looking around and just saying, we do that too.
If you sound just like the gym down the street, why would anyone choose you unless you're cheaper? You're just inviting a price war. Your USP has to make you stand out uniquely.
And the last mistake he warns about is changing the USP too often. You know, chasing the latest trend, tweaking the message constantly.
Yeah, he advises, pick your position, back it up fully, and stick with it. He says brand consistency matters more than cleverness. What happens if you keep chopping and changing?
It just creates confusion, I'd imagine. People don't know what you stand for. It probably erodes trust over time.
Totally. Consistency builds recognition, reliability. It lets your message sink in and build momentum. You're not starting over every few months.
Okay, so avoid those pitfalls. Now, to help get the wheels turning, Jim Thomas gives 10 USP ideas. Not to copy, he says, but for inspiration, to spark your own thinking about your gym's unique angle.
Yeah, they're really good examples. Let's look at a couple. One I thought was really powerful. Strength training for women who don't want to feel judged in a gym ever again.
Ooh, that's strong. Why does that work so well?
Well, it taps directly into a huge common pain point,
Yeah.
right? That feeling of intimidation or discomfort lots of women experience. It's super specific about who, women, what strength training, without what pain. Judgment, clear differentiator.
It really is. It's emotional, speaks to a specific fear.
Yeah.
Okay, another one I liked. The accountability gym, weekly check-ins, monthly progress reports, real results.
Yeah, that one's great because it's not just saying we get results.
Yeah.
It tells you how.
Right, the systems are right there in the USP. Weekly check-ins, monthly reports. It makes accountability feel concrete, not just a buzzword. That's appealing if you've struggled with sticking to plans before.
Absolutely. It shows the benefit-driven part by showing the mechanism. And it clearly separates them from gyms offering vague support. You know exactly the system you're buying into.
So as Jim Thomas sums it up, your USP isn't just like a marketing line. It's much deeper. It's the reason people walk in, the reason they stay, and the reason they refer their friends.
Yeah. And in this market, he's clear. The gym that communicates its value best wins. Period.
So the takeaway for you listening right now, don't put this off. Don't think, oh, I'll figure out my message later. It's too important.
Absolutely. Thomas has this great final thought. If you don't define your USP, the market will do it for you. And trust me, you don't want the market deciding what your brand stands for. You need to own that narrative.
So take action, nail your USP, promote it like crazy, make it the absolute heartbeat of your brand. That's the path forward.
That's how you win.
Definitely a powerful thought to end on, and really an urgent call to get this right. Now, if you want some expert help actually uncovering and crafting your gym's USP, or maybe you need help building systems, improving your facility, or even turning your whole gym business around, you can contact Jim Thomas directly.
That's right. You can reach Jim Thomas at 214-629-7223. That's 214-629-7223. Or you can shoot him an email at jthomas@fmconsulting.net.
And you can also check out his website at fmconsulting.net for more info.
Lots of good stuff there.
We really hope you found these insights useful for your gym business. Go put them into practice. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Jim Thomas's essential guidance on building a USP that truly sells.